リーグ戦は少し難しい状況の中ではありますが、その中で迎えるルヴァンカップです。この2戦どう位置づけて監督臨まれますか？
そうですね、やっぱりね、違う大会でただタイトルがかかってるんでね、やっぱりそこを目指せるんだったら目指せるってことと、あとは日頃ね、リーグ戦でなかなかチャンスがない選手たちがどのぐらいね、この場でね活躍してくれるかっていうのをね、ちょっと期待してます。はい。
その点でいうとメンバーも大きく変えてきました。どんなプレー期待なさってますか？
そうですね、チームのね、考え方とかやり方っていうのはね、常日頃伝えているんで、その中でね、自分の最大限の特徴を出してほしいなと思ってます。はい。
神戸とは直近のリーグ戦で対戦して勝利しています。その試合を踏まえて今日も大事になるところ、どんなところでしょう？
そうですね、毎回変わらないんですけども、ゲームの入りをしっかり入ることと、やはり神戸さんやベースのところがね、本当強烈なんで、そこで我々もね引かないことですね。やっぱり真っ向勝負でっていうふうに思ってますけど、はい。
2戦合計での試合になります。まずホームでのこの第1戦目、どう捉えて臨まれますか？
一応2戦っていう風な考えもあるんですけど、やはり初戦ってことでね、この1戦目がすごい大切だと思うんで、ここにね、いろんなこと考えながら、とにかくすべてぶつけたいなと思ってます。はい、はい、ありがとうございます。
神戸としては今日からルヴァンカップが始まっていきます。この大会どのように位置づけてまず臨まれますか？
そうですね、より多くの選手を出場させてチームみんなで、タイトル目指して頑張っていきたいと思います。
横浜 FC とは直近のリーグ戦で戦ったばかりです。それを踏まえての今日の戦いのポイント、どこに置いてますでしょうか？
そうですね、ゲーム自体は悪くなかったんですけど、最後自分たちでバランス崩して失点してしまったんで、やはり負けたっていうこともありますので、今日はしっかりと、リベンジ果たしたいなと思います。
横浜 FC の守備、どうこじ開けていきたいとイメージされてますか？
やはりゴール前に人数もかけないといけないですし、より高い位置っていうのも取っていかないといけないと思いますので、その辺みんなが貪欲になっていければいいなと思ってます。
この試合ですが、ホームアンドアウェー2戦合計での戦いになります。まずこの一戦、どのように捉えていらっしゃるか教えていただけますか？
まずは90分の前半戦というイメージで、しっかりと勝てればベストなんですけど、我慢強く、戦っていければなと思ってます。はい、ありがとうございます。
Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us here for a very exciting time in Japanese football, of course. We are now about to enter the prime round of the 2025 J.League YBC Levain Cup. It's the quarterfinal stage. 8 teams battling it out, looking to try and find their place in the final, lift some silverware. And of course, these fans will be getting behind these 2 teams who are battling it out today. Yokohama FC, fully coached by Fumitake Miura, looking to try and bring down Vissel Kobe, of course, one of the giants of Japanese football, who, of course, have just managed to recently win the J-League, so they know all about winning. They have it in their DNA, and these fans will have travelled from the port city to get behind their team to try and get themselves the right result, because they expect nothing less than success. But they are coming here to the NHK Spring Mitsuzawa Football Stadium, which is, well, not a happy hunting ground for Vissel Kobe, because they came here back on the 16th of August and they fell 1-0, and that was a 94th minute winner from Sho Ito that managed to bring down Vissel Kobe, of course, and that was basically, you know, the confidence that Yokohama would have liked to have seen coming into this very important encounter. The fans, they're always extremely proud and very passionate here in Japan, and they're so behind their teams, as you can hear from this, from the fabulous chanting ahead of the team's arrival coming out of the tunnel, of course. Yokohama FC, fully, of course, formed by the fans. Of course, we know all about that story with Yokohama Flugels, of course, a meteoric rise, promoted from J2 last season and now up into the top flight, and finding themselves very much eager to get silverware, because, well, they're here now and coming up against one of the top teams in Japan. They know that they can, they have to bring their A game. And you've got the likes of Sakuragawa there, of course, of Nigerian descent, a Japanese player. He's 6 goals in 44 appearances. A very finely proven striker, capable of finding the back of the net quite comfortably. Lots of pressure on these 2 teams. You have to try and go as far as you can. Yokohama, of course, they've had to go through the group stage. So just to put you in the picture, it is all 60 J-League clubs taking part. 55 clubs take part in the first round, and then we go into a playoff round and then into the prime round, which of course means that you come and meet some of the other teams who have been playing in the AFC Champions League Elite. Let's take a look at Yokohama's starting 11. Ichikawa is the goalkeeper, of course. Yamakaze Fukumori with Kumakura, and Suzuki, Kubota, Ogara, and Yoshiro Nakano out on the left-hand side. Up front, Sho Ito scored that 94th minute winner against Vissel Kobe in their last outing, a former Marinos player, of course. And Solomon Sakuragawa, very dangerous player up front, with João Paulo, the Brazilian, who came over from Oliveiras in Portugal, so capable of finding the back of the net as well. They've got quality players on the bench, and the Brazilians like Adilton and Lukian, but we're not too worried about them coming on just yet, because it really is all about the starting 11, as we see the match officials here today. And as we inch closer towards the start of this first quarter-final, VAR is, of course, very much part of the modern game, and we will go up into those into the video room if necessary. For Vissel Kobe, well, we know that Takayuki Yoshida relies on a lot of these quality players, a lot of Japan internationals, of course. We can talk about Makawa, the goalkeeper, and Gotoku Sakai out on the right-hand side, spent lots of time playing in Germany. Nagato and Matthias Trula, the Brazilian, centre-back with Tetsushi Yamakawa. And in the midfield, Ogehara. Daiju Sasaki will be deadly up front. Went out on a little loan spell to Palmeiras in Brazil. And one of my favourite players, Yosuke Ideguchi, 15 caps with the Japanese national team. Watch out for him. Nanase Iino on the right-hand side, and Tasei Miyashiro, quality players with Rakuto Hirose of Saitama on the left-hand side. Well, Joao Paulo, probably a lot of pressure on him to deliver out here today. We know that he can score goals. We know how dangerous he is. But Solomon Sakuragawa, of course, is the man that you're looking at there, who is so dangerous. Big, tall player, capable of getting those headers, sneaking in behind defensive players, and finding those pockets of space to try and get goals. It's all to play for here because it's home advantage for Yokohama before the return fixture, which will take place on Sunday evening in the port city of Kobe. Kobe 2023, Japanese J.League champions 2024 as well, with an Emperor's Cup thrown into the mix in 2024. And talk about the coaches, of course, Yokohama FC's Fumitake Miura will be the man trying to work his wizardry up against Takeyuki Yoshida. Former Flugels player, of course, and won the Emperor's Cup back in 1998 and the Asian Cup Winners' Cup as well. We are inching close towards kickoff. High-profile encounter, a lot to play for, but 180 minutes, not just 90, plus extra time and penalties come Sunday if we're all level in every department. 30 degrees, the temperature, high humidity for this prime round encounter in front of a big crowd here at the NHK Spring Mitsuzawa Football Stadium. And the referee blows the whistle as Yokohama FC, playing in blue, of course, up against Vissel Kobe playing in white. And already a collision, a little bit of contact over on that far side. And it will be an immediate free kick within the first opening seconds. There's Fukumori going down. There is, just going in with the arm and putting a little bit of pressure. And just picked up on that, the referee, immediately, of course. Well, they've got a corner and they've got a chance to try and get the ball in the back of the net. Pressure coming from Yokohama. Sakuragawa looking to try and get on the end of it. Far post, it comes back in. It's cleared. And, well, very fortunate to get rid of that. Of course, it was coming across. It could have fallen to anyone. But the home side very much in attack. There's a decent delivery trying to pick out Solomon Sakuragawa once again. And a lot of pressure on Vissel Kobe. They are very much under pressure here. And lots of pressure indeed on Kobe in the defence. Just dealing with it on those couple of occasions, but he is super dangerous every time that the ball comes near him. A Chiba-born centre forward. As I said, 6 goals, 44 appearances, but eager to score more. Tall strikers are always a handful, and of course, if they are not afraid of getting tangled up with the big centre backs, then you know that they're going to be getting headers like that to their teammates. Nicely done as the ball goes to the right-hand side. Let's see if the delivery comes over. Just runs out of space there. And back up onto his feet goes the Brazilian, João Paulo. There you go. Couldn't quite get underneath it and get a decent delivery into the penalty box. But another dangerous player. But you saw what Solomon Sakuragawa, he's not just ever present in the penalty box. He's actually super dangerous when it comes to support play. A big guy like that gets hold of the long balls, holds it up, and then sprays the passes out wide to enable the likes of Nakano and Paulo and Shoito to get hold of it. Another corner to be dealt with by Vissel Kobe. And the danger men lurking with intent. Whipped in, going right over the back post again, but this time it will not be anybody but the Kobe defense dealing with that. Fukumori unable to get on the end of it, just like last time, heading the ball back into traffic, just causing all sorts of issues. Dealt with by the defense, Yoshiro Nakano, former Kawasaki Frontale player, 32 years of age. 4th straight appearance in this competition. Played the first 2 rounds, now straight into the prime round. Picked up in the midfield by Kumakura. Suzuki up towards the penalty box, and you can see what happens the moment that Paulo goes looking for that. The referee quite happy and blowing his whistle, of course, as Sakuragawa goes over to his teammate. But firm. There you go, from pushing the back, as we can see, very visible. The hands went up to say, yeah, okay, I'm guilty of that. And a little flip there by the Brazilian. Spent a bit of time playing in Vietnam, also Portugal, originally from Sao Paulo. Okay, it's all good. We've got ourselves a free kick. Now, what are they going to do here? Plenty of options. We've got Akito Fukumori, another former Kawasaki Frontale player, who's standing on that. Sakuragawa will be a player, probably he won't take it, he'll move up into a dangerous position. And then, of course, Junior Suzuki with the experience. I think Paulo will normally take it, but it's going to be. It might be just shifting out of the way. Look how many players are in that Kobe wall. 7 and a man lying down. There's Paulo with the shot, gets struck directly at the wall. And just to give you an idea, sometimes it works to just cram that defense with a decent defensive wall just to block the ball that's coming in. Other times it just enables teams to maybe provide their teammates with something crafty and slip the ball out wide. But on that occasion it was a direct shot from the Brazilian. And diffused quite smoothly and swiftly there by Vissel Kobe. Still in possession, and a rare chance for the visitors to attack. And a foul committed. Yeah, just knocked over was Ogura. And a free kick, just giving Yokohama FC possession back. And they'll be happy with that, just bringing an end to what could have been just a rare chance for Vissel Kobe in these opening 14 minutes. The idea is that they do push forward, not just take advantage of the counter-attack, but also do what they've been doing. I mean, they're looking good. They're third in the J-League at the moment, having played 29 matches, 53 points, just a one behind the current leaders, Kyoto Sanga with 54, and Kashiwa Reisel on 53, of course. Wonderful atmosphere here. It's 15,450 seater stadium, but you get the impression that it's twice as big just because of the voices of the fans that just make this such a unique place to play. Fumitake Miura will be happy with the way that things have started here for Fully. Ball whipped up towards the front man. Of course, Kobe with their own Brazilian themselves, with Jean-Patrick, the Brazilian, of course, who's a bit of a journeyman, played across numerous countries, Moldova, Bulgaria, Portugal. And started in Osaka, got a sharp eye for a goal, there is no doubt about it. Scored goals with his left foot, with his right foot, a real talent. Ball coming out to the left-hand side, an opportunity here to get the ball into the penalty box. There's the header, flashes past the left post. Goalkeeper, of course, Ishikawa just looks on. And that was an opportunity, to say the least. Excellent ball over to the left-hand side. Bides his time. And there's the delivery. And despite the fact that the ball got whipped in, he was unable to get it in the back of the net. But you can understand that, well, these are the opportunities that you've got to take advantage of. And Ren Komatsu is that player who can score those goals. The 26-year-old Tokyo-born player is wonderful with the header. He top scorer in the J3 back in 2023. Sumatol, 19 goals in 36 games, just to give you an idea of his oh, that's a good ball across as well, and another chance for Komatsu. This time his shot just gets blocked by the last defender. Went for a first-time strike. He understands that delivery was the right delivery. Afterwards, maybe holding it, trying to do something a little bit different could have been a better option. Let's see where this is going now. Long throw. Oh, the referee blowing his whistle. A couple of shenanigans. Not ready. Now let's go. Erie with the throw-in. John Patrick unable to pounce, and Yokohama clear the danger. Nicely done. Oh, the attempt to try and just push it through was a very good one. And you can see what they're trying to do here, Kobe. In that midfield, if they can start to control the midfield a little bit more, they can hold the ball and maybe just bide their time before threading the ball through. Hasn't been the case so far, but calm at the back. And the foundation being built here. Been a little bit complicated for them on occasions, Kobe, but the fact that they're trying to just calm things down, ride the storm, get themselves into good position. Now they're starting to battle a little bit more, understanding the strategic game that Yokohama are looking to play. This has been picked up once again by Erie, and the goalkeeper this time not with any kind of an issue. Again, looking to try and find Sakura Ogawa, the big man up front. Perfectly held up by Komatsu. Love the way that Komatsu comes back. He's very much a team player. You won't just see him just lingering on behind the last defender. He comes back. He'll take the pass. He'll take the ball, make the pass, run off it, find pockets of space, and use it to his advantage. That was not the right ball there. Just threading the ball through into no man's land. Was Erie. Another Brazilian on the bench in Catano. Very quality player, of course. Seen score goals now. This is better here from Yokohama, pushing the ball forward. Sakuragawa picks it up. They've got space and players down the right-hand side. Constantly looking is Paolo. Paolo goes way over the back there. Good, strong defensive header. Just makes life a lot more easier when you've got someone who can rise up high, clear the high ball. It just enables the defensive teammates to just reposition, get themselves in where they want to be. You can see that there's 7,811 passes. There's the ball coming out wide once again. Is Rio Kubota trying to get past his man. Frustration there leaves him without possession for the throw-in. It will be Kobe who picks it up. Another infringement 22 minutes in. The constant buzz of being at the NHK Spring Mitsuzawa Football Stadium can be heard through the voices of these fans passionately supporting Yokohama FC, but also the contingent who have come up from the port city of Kobe. Named Vissel Kobe, Vissel coming from victory and vessel because of the port city. And nicknamed the Cows Ushi. Free kick for Kobe. fired over. And finally picked up once again over on that far side. Just keeping possession, feeling comfortable. Here he picks the ball up. Not in any crazy rush. And a decent ball here. And the Kobe trying to get the ball back over. There's a little bit of hesitation there before the pass was made back to Ishikawa. And there's Sakuragawa calling for the foul. And finally he gets what he wanted. There you go, it's just that left hand, just a little bit of a tug. Just watch this, so he goes over the top. There's frustration there, but that left hand there just picked up. Now the free kick. Sakuragawa will be moving straight up into towards the front line. Just using the back line all the way back to Chikawa. Gets it firmly up towards the front men. Now this is a great opportunity on the right hand side and a chance for a shot potentially. If you can get past his man, but Jean-Patrick unable to just get past that first player. If he would have done that, he would have found himself in a bit of space, but Fukumori coming to the rescue. Very dangerous player, isn't he? But the danger diffused very swiftly. Nanase Ino down on the ground in some pain. That left knee. Handshake just to show that it wasn't deliberate. Oh, yeah, it's just a clash of knees, in fact, with Shoito. But honestly, for footballers, clashing of knees, that can make it quite sore. And it just shows how competitive these players are. Even at the halfway line, they're going hard. Make those big tackles, big plays where they'll try and regain possession. 25 minutes in, there's a water break, of course, because of the high temperature, high humidity. You lose a lot of fluids, of course, in this temperature. Just gives you an idea. There you go, 3 shots. And 3 and 1, and 3 on target for Yokohama FC. It's such a roller coaster ride since they became Yokohama FC, of course. Promotion in 2007 to the J.League J1 and relegated following season. Same happened in 2020 and back up in 2025, of course, and pushing for some silverware here. Looking very strong in their opening 25 minutes. Good to see Ino back up on his feet, the former Sagan Tosu player. Once again. Takanori Ishikawa, the 26-year-old from Kanagawa. Again, contact, you can understand. Gets himself very much into the contact zone as well, Paulo. But again, he's getting snagged every time. Film challenge once again. Iwanami was the player. High ball into the penalty area, this time unable to find Sakuragawa, but picks up again. Yokohama, great cover play. It's the kind of play that you want from Yamauchi. Sweeping across and just dealing with it like a veteran. This is going to be a throw in here. And again, Yokohama with, as we approach the 30-minute mark, piling on the pressure. Joining us, Suzuki, long throw. There it is. It doesn't get past the first man in defence. Iwanami. Now, plenty of space. The shot, well, it's the acceleration coming from Jean-Patrick that stops it from going in, but it's into the penalty box. And he was kind of extracted from the equation, wasn't he, Solomon? Sakuragawa. They know that he's such a threat in the final third, so you have to really keep close tabs on the big man. Otherwise, he's left to roam free. And do what he does naturally. Good. That's a wonderful run. Running line from Jean-Patrick, the Brazilian. Good protection of the ball as well. Onto the left foot. And the delivery, so that is absolutely fantastic delivery right over the top there, but you've got to then take advantage of it, and I'm afraid that there was no one there. But Koya, your rookie, doing the business, because when you've got a winger who's capable of getting the ball like that over the top, well, that's the foot that went up from Iino. He was in the wars before with his knee, and now we've got another little shin problem, but he's fine. Back up on his feet is Yamakaze. 15 minutes to go in this high-octane encounter at the Mitsuzawa Football Stadium. Calmly back to Iwanami. Iwanami back over to the left-hand side. Theory getting hassled by Suzuki. Throw in for Yokohama. As Komatsu walks away without any possession. High ball, and again you can see that the header coming from Sakuragawa, top notch. Wonderful ball over to the left hand side. And good intricate passing as well. It's fine with Nakano getting involved. That's a decent ball down to the byline. If he can get the ball over, it's still Yokohama in possession. Good control. High ball comes in, it's gone high, just a little bit too high of the target. You did see that Sakuragawa was lingering with intent, the far post, but not even the giant 6'3" forward could get on the end of that. But Fumitake Miura watches on. Studying in the way that he studies. observing in the way that he observes. And the battle in the air. Sees Ichikawa collect at the back. Good ball again, and the flag stays down. Sakuragawa, can he get the decent ball across? It's in and just gone wide. Well, that could have been in the back of the net, and I think that the linesman's flag may have finally gone up, but it was a little bit late. But let's just have a look at this again. Now he's, oh yeah, fraction offside. So the call was finally made. And the flag does go up. In any case, oh, that could have gone in. But that's what he brings to the game. You know exactly where he's going to be. Sprinting away to try and get behind the last defender at the right time. A fraction of a second earlier and it would have been a different story. Free kick taken. Will be on the attack. Ten minutes to go in this first half of this 2025 J.League YBC Levain Cup quarter-final clash. First leg. Sakuragawa picks it up. It's back to João Paulo. One ball over the top. There's the header into the penalty area. There's a nice little touch. Can he get the ball over to a teammate? The answer to that is no. But Shoito is the danger man. Excellent option there, Nakano with the thumbs up. Let's just have a look at this again. There's the high ball. Gets to him immediately. Shoito, fraction offside. I don't think he controlled that the way that he wanted to off the knee. But in any case, offside. Decision was called by the linesman. Pump the ball up towards the Kobe forwards. It's could be a free kick. You can see that Sakuragawa claims that there was a little bit of a kick to the foot there. Let's just have a look at that. First of all, going in very hard, as per usual. And I think it was just the way that he was clattered into, following the very firm challenge from Tetsushi Yamakawa, who's basically been brought in to make sure that he gives him a hard time. Just knowing how much of a complicated player he is to deal with. Saying ball into the edge of the penalty box, dealt with. That is a little I don't know what that was. That was an attempt to try and just sneak the ball out wide to Yuroki. Could have done something a little bit different there. There's bit of confusion. Holding himself well on João Paulo. preventing him from sneaking past and wandering off for a little dance down that right side. Just going out of play. I'd love to have a little bit more support, assistance, I think, maybe. Solomon, Sakuragawa. More supply and more chance to get himself those shots that, those opportunist goals, the high ball, the flick, anything. But the Kobe defence have reacted really well. Seeing João Paulo just fall right over top of him. The Brazilian Jean Patrick down the right-hand side. It's the first time delivery at the far post. Well, look at that. It went for goal. Kind of, and Chikawa coming to the rescue. And why not? You've got to go and try and produce those the magic, and we know what the 28-year-old Brazilian can do. He looks up. I think he's looking to deliver a cross, but it doesn't matter. Take a look at that. And once again, don't think he gets a touch to it. Yeah, he does get a little touch to it. The goalkeeper on loan from Gamba, Osaka. And this will be taken by Klinsmann. Gustavo Klinsmann with the left foot. Whipped in and a shot. Well dealt with well by Chikawa. And just parries the ball away. Over towards the corner. And the clearance just to prevent Yokohama from triggering a quick counter. Dispossessed, and picked up again. Distribution out to the right-hand side. Players shifting and switching and trying to find space. A well-drilled outfit, Yokohama FC. They prepared well for this game. They know the importance of getting themselves the right results in the opening game, because when you head away to Kobe, you know it's going to be complicated. But I think with that victory on the 16th of August, with the 94th minute goal scored by Shoito, it'll give them buoyancy. It'll give them confidence that they can deliver over the two matches and push on through to the semi-finals, which of course is the projected plan from Fumitake Miura. The other matches taking place: Kashiwa Vissel up against Yokohama Marinos, rivals of Yokohama FC, of course, and Shonan Belmar against Sanfrecce Hiroshima. And of course, Urawa Reds against Ozaki Frontal. The Reds qualifying for the prime round, having played at the FIFA Club World Cup earlier this year. Oh, poor clearance. It just opens up an opportunity here for Yokohama. Now, slick passing and a delivery goes over at the far post. There's a player who's gone down. It's still in play. And picked up by Kubota. Kubota gets it back. Everybody's in position. Can he get the right delivery? There's the cross coming in. Far post once again. And it just comes off the feet of Shoito. Couldn't control it. And it goes out for a goal kick for Vissel Kobe. But danger lurking with that man, Rio Kubota, working his magic down that right side. The former SC Gifu player. 126 matches for them. Just 24 years of age. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. For one of these two teams to get themselves a goal. think we're going to have too much added time at the end of the half, but we can definitely say that Yokohama have had the run of the mill so far, with more possession, more scoring opportunities, but it doesn't mean anything when it's a cup game and when you've got two teams who are capable of scoring goals within a flash of a second. Yamauchi making sure that Joao Paulo doesn't craftily maneuver away from him. There's the header as expected, and a reverse header to try and get it back over the top there from Chuito, but it doesn't get anywhere near anyone. But Sakuragawa's header at the far post again, just offering the supply and possession towards the teammate, just keeping it theirs, making life complicated. Yamauchi over to the other side with Yamakawa. The player going down. It's Klinsmann, holds his head in his hands. Seen enough of Jean-Patrick. He's a very dangerous player. Scored many winning goals for his team. Just popping up and showing off that goal-scoring ability that he has. Minutes are up, 2 minutes of added time, as you can see. Brazilian who's able to get himself on the pitch, of course, is Eric, the 31-year-old, on loan from Machida Zelvia, former Palmeiras Botafogo player. Long ball and a chance, last chance of the half maybe. Ball comes out, Ryo Kabuto gets it over again. There's the Sakuragawa header, and it's been just gone out of play over on that far side. And the frustration, just not the perfect delivery. It was a little bit too high for the Japanese forward. There's the Kubota delivery. He was hit with so much pace that he couldn't really position himself and steer it in, but whipped in with high velocity. Not right pass on that occasion from Sho Ito. Tidied up at the back. Yamakawa, former under-20s player for Japan. Player as well, 6'1". Long ball. It's just running out of space, running out of time. And the 2 minutes are up here, and there's the half-time whistle blown by the referee here at the NHK Spring Mitsuzawa Football Stadium. And after 45 minutes played here in this 2025 J.League YBC Levain Cup quarter-final clash, it's goalless here between Yokohama FC and Vissel Kobe, as the players head into the changing rooms to listen to what their coaches have got to say. They're going to try and work their magic and make the tactical changes necessary to come back out and score goals get the advantage going into the second leg, which will take place on Sunday. But here, after 45 minutes played, Yokohama FC with dominating more so than Vissel Kobe, more scoring opportunities, but it's goalless here at halftime. Yeah, welcome back to the NHK Spring Matsuzawa Football Stadium. It is, of course, Yokohama FC up against Vissel Kobe. We don't have any goals just yet, but we do have some fine entertainment on show in this 2025 J.League YBC Levain Cup quarterfinal first leg. The return leg being in the port city of Kobe on Sunday evening. But it's all about getting off to a good start. And already, I must admit that Fumitake, Miura's Fuli are looking dangerous indeed. They've been leaning on Sakuragawa, Solomon Sakuragawa, the Japanese striker of Nigerian descent, who's 6'3", who scores goals as if they're going out of fashion. But he hasn't managed to breach that defence just yet and get the goal to give them that cushion that they're after. Vissel Kobe, little bits opportunist in the way that they're pushing forward, haven't really looked dangerous in the final third. Couple of good decent crosses coming over. The Brazilian Jean-Patrick not able to really make a massive inroad in terms of getting shots on goal, and I think that that's the frustrating thing that will have been discussed in the change rooms by Takayuki Yoshida. He knows what he's doing. Coached Kobe since 2022, and an Emperor's Cup, second in their career, having won that Emperor's Cup in 2019. It just tells you that where they're going and what they want to do, but they still need to try and get themselves the right results out here today. It's goalless so far as we head into the second half. Home of Yokohama FC as the referee gets the second half underway. Yokohama FC, in blue, of course, spill their fine form into the second half if they can. On the right-hand side, a lovely cross coming over, and a chance for a header there at the far post coming from Nakano. Yoshiro Nakano's a dangerous player, of course, ghosting in from the left-hand side. João Paulo will be deadly in the middle as he try and links up with Sakuragawa, who really is the target man for the high ball. Akinori Chikawa sending the ball up into enemy territory once again. Dispossessed in the final third and picked up by the team who are currently third in the J-League. Oh, the ball whipped in very quickly. This is excellent play and a chance for them to try and take advantage, to try and do something. Komatsu picks it up as the ball that comes through, and a shot that's just gone wide. The idea was great. You have to know how you're going to hit that, but it's complicated. It's very complicated. So the fact that the ball was sent over there by Klisman and then he just pounced on Ino. Look, he looked up before and then he tried to get that half volley. Oh, that would have been a strike of the century if he had connected with that. The smiling face as he races back into position. But the idea was quality. Yeah, I think that you've got to try and take advantage of those little lofted balls, the deft touch that takes the ball over. There's the lineup once again for Yokohama FC. Three forward players, free kick it is. Short Ito going down. Spent a bit of time playing for Grenoble in France in the mountains, and even trained with Arsenal. Arsene Wenger was really keen to sign him quite a few years ago, of course, when he was at the Gunners, because he's 37 years of age now, but just didn't get the work permit to allow him to actually play in North London. But what a player he's been, what a great career he's had, especially if you talk to anybody from Marinos. They'll tell you that 130 odd games that he's played for them, he was definitely one of the club's favourites. Long range shot here. Yokohama FC looking to try and get themselves an opening goal in this cup tie. Long range shot coming in. Kumori drives it in off the post. What a blistering effort that was. And didn't he strike that well? Denied only by the woodwork. Shutter Rai beaten fair and square. Just look at the force. There was a touch there from the goalkeeper. And Fukumori unleashing a beast of a shot. And that was going in. What a save. You've got to give Shutter Rai, the 36-year-old, plenty of credit there. Absolutely sensational goalkeeping. The former Kawasaki Frontal player will be, well, the toast of his team if it stays like this, because that was the best shot and the best scoring opportunity so far in this game. It was a beast of a shot. Years of age, Akito. Fukumori. There we go again, that's been picked up. Another long range shot coming in. A double block. Lovely touch, there's the goal potentially, oh my word. There's the header, yes it is, it's gone in, they've scored the goal. And it is João Paulo. Unbelievable work. And just pushing hard. Poaching, pinching, taking advantage of the follow-up ball. And finally, Yokohama FC get their goal. The celebrations come in, but it's the Brazilian who gets the final touch. Just look at the way that it's picked up here. There's the first shot. Doesn't find its way through. João Paulo with the lovely touch to Shoito, and he finally gets the last touch. Following a deflection. Look at that touch from João Paulo. And getting him first with the header to beat the defenders. That was sensational from Hinato Ugura. Saw that he couldn't take the shot. Threaded the ball through. And how about that? He gets up just ahead of Klinsmann and all of the defenders back in the box for Kobe. And a 1-0 advantage here for Yokohama FC. And that's what it means to Fumitake Miura. Denied just moments earlier by this man, Shutter Arai, who's receiving treatment on that left knee. A blistering shot from Akito Fukumori, but all of that pressure coming in has just enabled the Brazilian João Paulo to offer the Yokohama FC a 1-0 lead. Well, that was the touch from João Paulo. Great stop there coming from Shoito. Block coming from Shutter Arai, but afterwards, because he was down on the ground, all of his defence was back trying to block the header that was going to come his way. Takayuki Yoshida now has to take a closer look at what tactical changes he can make. But first of all, let's see how his goalkeeper's doing, because he's obviously the main man. Paolo Bina, the buy of the Japanese goalkeeper, is the cover. Might get the call up if Shutter Arai carry on. Pick of the bunch for the Brazilians out here today. João Paulo looking very good. Jean Patrick for Vissel Kobe not looking as prolific. He is there on the bench, just getting some water, but years of age. He's a danger man, signed from Oliveirense in Portugal. Sometime playing for Bahia and Criciúma, Queira, Oeste. That touch, got to give that full credit because he's a team player as well. You lovely little back heel into the path of Shoito, scored the goal in the last fixture between these two teams in the 94th minute. But the goalkeeper blocking the ball, it comes back up. You can see he's still stranded and down on the ground, of course, with that injury shot to Arai, so he doesn't get back up to try and, stop it from going in afterwards. He gets up high, the momentum is with the Brazilian, who just manages to head it in through traffic. The immediate line for Ho Chi Minh City. I think that's the signal that we have a replacement coming in. And as I said, it will be this man here, Paul Obina. Will be. Who's going to come in? A 27-year-old from Saitama. Who's going to be coming in to replace him. Not in a great place, is he? Just can't shake it off. It was as he went down to try and block that shot from Shoito. And then the Yokohama FC cavalry came charging forward. He was very much looking to try and block, stop, and do his job properly. But goalkeepers, they get in the wars, don't they, sometimes? They have to, that's their job. And the credit from the fans, travelling fans. And here he is, the replacement goalkeeper. That was the shot. Stunning save coming from Shota Arai. A beast of a shot unleashed by Akito Fukumori. 1-0 for Yokohama. In the 50th minute, goal scored by João Paulo. Let's see if we get a response. Just yet, they're on the attack once again, taken forward by Sakuragawa. There's the through ball as well. Another chance, another shot that's stopped this time by the stand-in goalkeeper Paolo Binobai. And comes to save the day, but an electrifyingly quick reaction following that replacement. And the goal for Kobe. Suffice to say that Yokohama FC are looking to try and build on that lead. Try and deal with this man here who's come in to replace Shota Arai. Yokohama Marinos player who went on loan to Tochigi SC. He's signing for Kobe in 2024. He's an under-20s player as well for the Japan national team. They're on the attack. Yokohama down this left-hand side, working, waiting patiently. It's being pushed back. There's the second goal. A stunning drive into the corner, and it doesn't get better than that. Hinata Ogura is the man, and the midfielder unmarked in the penalty box, literally stabbing the ball into the corner. And to be honest with you, it was just not easy for Paolo Binobai. But look at this high ball coming down. Where is the defence? Set up beautifully there. So Paolo gets it back. He's the man who makes the assist. He's looking up. He's got so much time. And look at that. Flat-footed into the path of Ogura, who races into that and drives it into the corner. That is what you call a double blow for Vissel Kobe, and it leaves A little mountain to climb for the visitors come Sunday evening in the port city. 2 goals in the space of 8 minutes has changed the demographics here for this quarter-final of the YBC Levain Cup. Hasn't helped for Vissel Kobe with the substitution and the injury of the goalkeeper. With a goal and an assist from João Paulo. And that is pure goal from him. Let's see if Kobe can hit back. Because they'll have to sooner rather than later. There's the delivery coming in. It's whipped in fiercely. And the header goes high over the crossbar from the captain. Just looking at the bench and how they can change things around. Yosuke Degushi is one of the key players, a Japanese international, of course, in the midfield. We've got Miyashiro, who's a quality player as well. The Caps also playing for Japan. The Brazilian. Has scoring abilities. When is the time to bring them on? Here's the question. Is they push forward once again this time? Not under any pressure to scoop that one up. Give it back to his central defender. Yamakawa. Too close for comfort. It's easily dealt with by Yokohama. Got to be a little bit more slicker. Slicker, in fact, with your passing. You've got to make sure when it comes to feet. The idea of just reacting. 50-50 pass is just not ideal. It's good to bring the ball out wide. Dangerous, when you a little bit of time and space. Giving the ball back. It's passed in by that man, Jean-Patrick, and he gets the ball across. It's going to be a corner. It's the goal scorer, Hinato Ogura, who just manages to clear that. The Japan under-18s player who studied at Waseda University. Confidence with to take advantage of this. Let's see where this what happens with the delivery. It's Gustavo Klinsmann who fires it high over the top. It's just not kept in play there. Captain. The ball out of play. Ball upfield again. See who's there, the danger men. That's very good protection of the ball, but unable to get the right pass and propulsing themselves forward. That's going to be a free kick, and might be a yellow card as well. And there's the first yellow of the game. It goes to Yoshiro Nakano, the winger. Completely misses the ball. Down, Nanaseino. Guy smiling. Yellow card going his way first in the game, as I mentioned. Free kick it is for Kobe, looking to hit back. Changes. So we expected them to come on. So there we are. Kano goes off. And Shoito going off as well. Lukian. Let's see what kind of changes we have. There's the high ball coming in, it's headed away. Dealt with valiantly once again. It's Tora Yamane coming on as well. Plenty of changes here for Kobe, of course. Makes sense. Looks like we're going to have Miyashiro coming on, and Eric is definitely going to come on up front. I think Komatsu might have to come off. He's on the right hand side. Miyashiro, very dangerous player. As a forward. Degushi talked about his importance in the midfield. An integral part. Jean-Patrick goes off. Degushi and for Yamushi. Leeds United Celtic player, of course. Sakai coming on. There, of course, is also Sasaki player. Well, let's see if this shakes things up a little bit. Should do. Plenty of resources on the pitch, of course, and on the bench. And not just bringing on anybody. This is to really get a couple of goals back. But first of all, they've got to deal with Yokohama's forwards because they're dangerous. Picks up. You need to get out of there, and there's a yellow card that's been shown to João Paulo because he did it twice. But that's enough, and that's just a little bit silly. Second yellow, of course, for Yokohama FC, but he's a goal scorer, and he's also managed to make an assist. Sakai. Extra energy into this Kobe team. Sakai. So from Hamada, under 18s Japan team. Went on loan to Palmeiras, in fact. Lots of experience. Looks like we've got another change. So Yokohama is coming off. Endo will come on to replace him. In the other matches, Yokohama Marinos are trailing 1-0 to Kashiwa Reysol. Shonan Belmar 2, Sanfrecce Hiroshima 1, and Urawa Reds are 1-0 up against Kawasaki Frontal. That's where we're at the moment. With a free kick. Yamakazi, second-time player. Second game in this YBC Levain Cup. It's going to be a free kick. Kobe just up it, increasing the pressure. They know that they've got to get goals now, and it's going to start with Gustavo Klisman, Brazilian, who's going to just send the ball over towards one of these dangerous players up front. As the header, it's taken well by the goalkeeper Ishikawa, and just met perfectly there by Komatsu. Dangerous in the air, can score goals in the air. Seen it before this season, but I mean, he scores goals in every position. He's a quality player, there is no doubt about that. And here's the reason why you want to keep him on the pitch, just for these important times of the game, because, well, they've got 20 minutes remaining. And they got another scoring opportunity, trying to get in the way. It's going to find the back of the net, but the whistle's already been blown for a foul. It was bundled in there, of course. Eric is just, soaring and saying, what's wrong with that? Well, you'll see in a second. First of all, he's offside. Secondly, a little bit of contact. So, there's the header there. It goes down, but a little bit of contact. But I think it all stems from an offside call. I think we need to go further than that. Fans will be happy, claiming that it should stand, but I think from our perspective it was pretty blatant. There were 2 infringements there, starting with the offside call. Crazy reaction coming from Takayuki Yoshida, and the referee is all over this. Sakai with the overhead. It goes out for a throw in here for Yokohama. Get a third goal. I think that would be very complicated in the return fixture. Socks off, isn't he, Sakuragawa? His input in just playing a role as in assists with the headers, but also a decoy player who's capable of attracting a lot of attention. Nice touch there from Sakai as Kobe go in search. That's a good ball to the left-hand side. Now sweeping move is on, potentially. It's been picked up here. There's a chance to try and get the ball over. Doesn't get anywhere past anybody. It's Miyashiro doing well. Fan of the former Kawasaki Frontal forward. Gets the ball back is Sakai. Sakai with the shot. It's high. And he goes up. He knows that he can keep it down as much as he would have preferred. Goal kick it is. Potentially a change. So that was a substitution in the cards. Maybe not. time for a water break. It looks, we talked about the temperatures, of course, and the high humidity. There'll be cramp, there'll be lots of elements that will be playing important roles in the games now because of fatigue, but also the psychological scenario of trailing 2-0, and the confidence that Yokohama FC have going into the final 17 minutes is going to be up there. So Paulo with a goal and an assist. Wonderful strike there from Hinato Ogura through traffic, but he didn't. It was actually a place shot, and that's what I like about it. The midfielders, sometimes they just know how to score with so many different deft touches, using all parts of the foot, and I love that. Sometimes it's not just about blasting it, you've got to really place it, and I think that Ogura's sweet touch there was fantastic. And Ogura will be the toast of Yokohama FC if fully get the right results here, but they know that this is just one stepping stone in the journey towards the final. Semi-finals, of course, will be played. If you manage to get through, you've got a home and a leg game away, and then you've just got one final. There's no 2 legs or anything like that straight to the final, but you might have extra time. Of course, we'll see what happens come Sunday. Kobe away is not going to be a mission that will go down as being a done deal. You have to work hard to get the right results, and they'll be fired up big time to try and get goals back, because this 2-goal lead that Yokohama FC have here at the NHK Spring Mitsuzawa Football Stadium has really given them a lift, and I think that could obviously enable them to just give them the momentum as they go through in the final 50 minutes here. All of these new players who have just poured onto the pitch will have to make an impact now. Eric being one of them, of course, the 31-year-old Brazilian, along from Machida Zelvia, former Botafogo player, played for Palmeiras. Lots of experience, of course, and really try and use that experience to prise open the defence, get that goal, and it would definitely change the face of this encounter, because a 2-goal cushion is a comfortable place for Yokohama FC, but an away goal for Vissel Kobe obviously will work its weight in gold. They're not there yet, not really showing too much firepower up front to really concern Akinori Ichikawa. 26-year-old has been solid, but really unspooked. Let's see what happens here. Good work down the left-hand side, cutting around, just showing too much of the ball there. The defender got in the way, and they went a free kick because there was a follow-through. And just getting back up onto his feet there. More changes on the horizon here. Kantaro Maeda, who's about to come on. Up to the mother, I think. More forwards. These are the forwards who can just make life more complicated than what they are for Kobe. They on the attack once again on his left-hand side. Yuruki doing well. There's the high ball, goes over the shot. Well, the goalkeeper doesn't pick it up, but luckily there's a Kobe player just to tidy things up at the back. The counter is on. It's just wonderfully organised. That is sensational play, and the battle continues for possession, but they're really working their socks off to get themselves possession again. That's nicely done at the back as they push forward. The long through ball towards Eric doesn't find his man. Picked up once again on the right hand side. And with Ibushi getting involved as well. So this is going to go. There's Eric putting the ball to the feet of his teammates. Komatsu. Ball comes back. There is Gustavo Klinsmann, the Brazilian. He attempts to try and thread the ball through, he just doesn't find anyone. As I say, Miyashiro is dangerous up front. Here's the changes that we're talking about. Kantaro Maeda will replace the goal scorer and the player who gave the assist, the second goal for Hinata Ogura. João Paulo, top quality performance. Hinata Ogura scored the other goal. The two goal scorers making way. Centre forward and the midfielder coming on straight replacements for those positions. With Kota Yamada straight in to replace Hinata Ogura. And then, of course, as I said, João Paulo replaced by Maeda. A game of chess, I think we can call it. And with just over 10 minutes to play. Threaded through ball. Nicely done. Good slick control. And a chance for a shot. There's the long range shot coming in. Oh my word. That was close, but not close enough. And why not give it a shot? Yosuke Edoguchi is the player who I've singled out as capable of turning things around. Just look at this. One touch with the right foot sets it up. It's wide from the angle that we saw it earlier. Maybe a little bit deceiving, but struck it well. But you've got to get on target. Comes off the post, holding the nets behind the goal and bouncing into the inside net. But he's dangerous. He is fully capable of scoring. 15 caps for the Japanese national team, of course, but also getting signed by Leeds United, going to make Celtic to play a few games. I mean, you know, very much a player on the radar during his play period of being a top player. 21 years old, born in Fukuoka. They go again. Here he is with Sakai. Sakai, he's feisty. There's a chance! The shot goes over. Oh my word! Close range effort there. That should have been smashed in by Komatsu. But look at the worker down the left-hand side. Sakai, there you go, picks it up. As I said, he'll just get his ball across. Gets a little bit of a deflection. Knee over the ball, please, Mr. Komatsu. And that would have been driven in. You've got to get it in. He's leaning a little bit back. There you go. It came across. He probably didn't expect the ball to get to him. But excellent work from Sakai. And, not a great touch there from Komatsu. Blame it on the speed, blame it on the whatever you like. Good chance again for Yokohama. Pushing forward. Leader is the player who will shoots. Here we go with the ball going down again towards Sakuragawa. Pulls it back. That's not bad. That was a good idea. Like the way that they tried to do that. You can see that Klinsmann coming back and the midfielders coming back to just help the defence. Luckily, you have the Brazilian who was just in the right place at the right time just to prevent that passing line to be connected with the player from Yokohama. 7.5 minutes remaining here for Vissel Kobe to get back into this, or for Yokohama to just continue to navigate their way sumptuously in this first quarter-final. Still update for the other clashes. Yokohama Marinos 0, Kashiwa Reysel 1, Shonan Bellmara 2-1 up against Sanfrecce Hiroshima, and we've got a 2-0 lead here, of course, and then the Urawa Reds 1-0 up against Kawasaki Frontale. That's where we are with the quarter-final matchup so far. Coming back across is Sakai. Gushi getting involved. protect the ball, use the pitch. Wise in what they try and do here is Nanase Ino. The movements back to Ino. They've got that block and they're working really well defensively. Just very organised Yokohama FC. Will go down as a very strong statement going into the second leg. Kobe. It's going to be complicated. With 2 goals to the good. It's a high ball that's gone into the penalty box. Goalkeeper comes out. Ishikawa just allowing it to bounce. Wasn't probably the best option there for Komatsu. Like Komatsu, I think he's the Tokyo-born player has been wily, complicated, and just showing that he is dangerous. But they need a little bit more. Nishiro needs to get a little bit more connected to Komatsu, because the link-up play and the communication between the forwards is maybe lacking a little bit at the moment. It's the change if they want any kind of an intention of taking this game a little bit closer to where they want to be. Score a goal away from home puts you in a very good position. Just feel much more buoyant going into that return fixture on Sunday, which is going to be high octane. You're going to join us for that because it's going to be massive. There's a chance there, lovely header and a little touch. Couldn't get the ball past his player to latch onto that, but Maeda's dangerous. I do appreciate what he does. But look at this. He's waiting for it, and it goes. There's a lovely spring header from Sakuragawa into his path. A good strong defensive work at the back, just to snuff it out. Iwanami getting in the way. It was all started with Yamakaze's lofted ball over the top. They target Sakuragawa every time. He will get the ball to his teammates. Maeda with enough from that, but corner it is. Friends, eager to see a third goal. They've seen 2 so far. Plenty of volume here at the stadium. There's the left-footed attempt to get it right over the far post. Again, it's one of those headers. Wherever it is, Sakuragawa is there. Picked up once again. Whipped in to the penalty area. Sakai with the header. We want to get rid of this as quickly as possible. It's going to be a yellow card. And it's just a little bit reckless. Holding on just at the moment when you're going to be racing away. And Kamakura is the 3rd player from Yokohama FC who's picked up a yellow card. Stay away from the shirt pulling, especially underneath the referee's nose. You can smell it a mile off, although he was in arm's distance on that occasion. 3.5 to go in this prime round quarter-final. Decent ball down to Eric down the right-hand side. First time shot, it's tipped over. Why not? He unleashed a rasping shot there. And the Brazilian knows how to score with his eyes closed. Look at that. It's the first time half volley hit with some class. Look at that. A delight to the eye. Technical wizardry, the way that we like. It's going to be a corner. Good chance. The header goes down. It's just a little bit too tame and not too problematic for Akinori Ichikawa. Komatsu. Scenario is the ideal one for Yokohama. How many times can we say it? Well, as many as you want. The fact is that a 2-goal cushion is a solid statement. 2-1, different scenario altogether. Yokohama, there's going down. Yokohama FC, Group 1, they managed to, back in March, they beat FC Gifu 2-0 away from home. And then round 2, it was a 2-1 win against Gira Vance Takuyoshi. Round 3, 1-1 against Mashida Zelvia. And then 3-1 on penalties to qualify them round for the prime round. They've come all this way to get into the quarterfinals into the big boys part of this competition. Great header, wonderfully picked up. Oh my word, that was so close, looking to try and control the ball. The hands go up, claiming that there was some kind of contact, that the referee doesn't react. And at the back, you've got Yamakawa, who's going to try and reset, reorganize, push it forward. As I said, a goal at this stage of the game would be a result for Vissel Kobe. With everything to play for, they're piling on the pressure. Got to watch out for the counter-attack of Yokohama if they lose possession. Nice slick work. Decent delivery coming over as well. There's the header. It's picked up by Klinsmann. Klinsmann. Can he try and get it back? Can he get the shot in? He hits it well. That's well stopped there by Ichikawa. A little bit too tame, a little bit too predictable, I think, that shot. Maybe Venom should have been used to try and drive it low into the corner from Gustavo Klinsmann, because that could have been a different scenario altogether for Ichikawa in the last 30 seconds of the game before we see a couple of added extra minutes. Free kick it is. Hauled down once again is the Brazilian Eric, who's making sure that the referee hears his complaints. The acknowledgement is, yes, I know, I saw it first time. Now, free kick. If it finishes 2-1, that will be a result for Kobe. They can get a goal back. Yokohama FC sit on this 2-goal cushion going into the return leg on Sunday. They're in a good place. Klinsmann, high over the top into the penalty area. Anybody on the end of it? It goes up. Anybody trying to tidy things up? Hit a loose shot. Klinsmann gets the ball back to his goalkeeper. Obi, the replacement goalkeeper. Had to come on after Shota arrived, but taken off with an injury. 9 minutes of added time, as you can see, and that is colossal. It gives them the chance to do something here. Ball comes in, there's a chance, it's up, all over the place. There's the header. Is there going to be a shot? It's a snapshot coming in once again from Eric. This time it's blocked, corner it is. High drama here at the Mitsuzawa Football Stadium. And another opportunity here for Kobe to get a goal. Footed. These fans, they believe. Let's see what happens from the corner. The corner comes in. Out wide, long range shot. It's driven well, but it's wide and a little bit high at the target. Never dangerously latching onto those kind of shots is, of course, Nanase Ino. Well, that was the Eric. Low volley. Certainly can strike a shot with so many different angles in front of the goal. We saw that with that wonderful tip over from Ichikawa just a few minutes ago. And now he goes for the low snapshot that, is of the essence. Mr. Yoshida. Flugel's player, of course. The Winners' Cup in 1998 and the Asian Cup Winners' Cup as well with the Flugels. Fans were happy with the time used by Akinori Ichikawa to slow the game down. 2.5 minutes into the 9, 6.5 left to play. As the ball comes out wide. And a chance again for the ball to be whipped in. Biding his time though, Fukumori. Gets it back, nicely done. Using as much time as possible. I think just making sure that they get the ball back. Yamada unable to keep it safe down in the corner. Contact on Eric. Picked up by the men in blue. Long throw. Goalkeeper will take that. Robin will be. No nonsense, let's get it up there. We've got 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes to react. Picked up in the midfield. Nigushi gets the ball out to Eno. Klinsmann over to the left-hand side. Down into the corner they go. That's nicely done to pick out Sakai. Sakai, lovely little touch there. Worked well, Idegushi. Sakai, Idegushi. They overlap into the penalty area, headed away at the front post. They go again. Oh, that's nicely done. It's driven up and in an onside position. Can he get the shot in? Well, there's someone in there! Oh my word, that was so close. And the fact is that was there for the taking. It really was. The header came back there from Komatsu, and that was the contact stopped by an outstretched leg. Just look at this. Well, I think it was the goalkeeper who Ichikawa got in the way. What a great save that was. Point blank, and they go again. Here's the resulting corner. Parried away, long range shot coming in, deflection, and it goes billowing over the top of the goal. And another scoring opportunity. Just less than 4 minutes to go. Yukinori Ichikawa coming to the rescue. 26-year-old on loan from Gabo Osaka, and it's on the other side this time. 3 minutes, a bit left to play. Lukian in the wars, back up on his feet. Really touched the ball, probably come onto the opportunist. Fresh blood, of course, fresh legs in the latter stages of the game does help, but also in defence, as we can see. There's the ball coming in. It's delivered there. There's the header once again, and that should have been pounced on as it flies through traffic. And again, you can see that the captain leading by example, but not getting the last word. Let's have a look at that again. That was the header coming in for Yamakawa. So close. Good, strong defensive work from Songman Sakuragawa. We talk about how the importance of strikers up front. Sometimes you've got to underline just how important they are in defence. Moments of the game as well, especially the big guys. And Solomon Sakuragawa there, just challenging with the captain. Instrumental. That was too soon, but the ball was fed through to Eric. You have to bide your time and just release it at the right time. He wasn't hitting full speed. And a split second would have enabled him to just race and dart through onto that. They go again, 2 minutes remaining. It's all Vissel Kobe, who trail by 2-0 in this first quarter-final. There is a lot of excitement about this so far. Running out of options. It goes back to Sakai. Sakai gets it into the penalty area. Headed away first hand. Got a man at the back for Komori. Back out to the right-hand side. There's another high ball going over. Who's going to get on the end of it? Well, it was intelligently left by the defender. Luis Kumakuro did really, really well there, because there was no one there ghosting in to try and latch onto that. Yes, that is the look of a deflated coach. Takayuki Yoshida knows they've got the mountain to climb on Sunday, but it's not done and dusted. No. Anything's possible, but you've got to be careful. Another chance. Just possessed at the last moment there by Tetsushi Yamakawa. They win the ball back, last 30 seconds. Of course, they're going to hit it up as quickly as possible. It's far away from their own goal. Picks up here, Sakuragawa. Gets a deflection, it's going to be a corner. Or did it go straight out? I think it went straight out, in fact. It was a sliced effort. Holds his hamstring at the moment, but I think that listening. Let's go ahead. Carry on play. Sakai, last play of the game. In the 99th minute. Klinsmann out to the right-hand side. Lofted over once again. A touch with the header. There it is. That's the end. What a result it is for Yokohama FC. And a tough, invigorating encounter from these two teams. But there he is, João Paulo, scores the goal, makes an assist. He is a hero, but this is not finished yet. Yokohama FC taking full advantage of playing in their own backyard. They get a 2-goal cushion, and they look good heading to the port city of Kobe, where they will be looking to try and get victory amongst the vessels of Vissel Kobe on Sunday. Handshake from the coaches, they go again. A few days to try and work out what they can do. And the final score here, Yokohama FC 2, Vissel Kobe 2, ahead of the second leg of this 2025 J.League YBC Levain Cup quarterfinal. Thanks very much for watching. We'll see you on Sunday.
こちらには1ゴール1アシスト大活躍、横浜 FC ジョアン・パウロ選手にお越しいただきました。おめでとうございます。
Muito obrigado, agradeço a todos e os 3 pontos vai para a nossa torcida maravilhosa.
ありがとうございます。今日はこのサポーターと皆さんと一緒に勝ったことが何よりも嬉しく思っています。
まずはゴールシーン振り返っていただきたいんですが、ヘディングでした。
Eu toquei pro show e acabou sobrando para mim e eu consegui ser feliz e fazer o gol.
ショーさんにスルーパス出した後に自分のところにボールが転がってきたので、あとは気持ちで押し込みました。
そしてそのゴールご自身にとって今シーズン初ゴールになりました。
Primeiro gol esse ano, estou muito feliz, só quero agradecer e desejar esse gol para a torcida.
先ほども伝えたように、こういった皆さんのおかげで点取れてると思うので、ここにいるサポーターの皆さんにも感謝したいと思います。
そしてアシストのところですが、ためて小倉選手に出しました。あのシーン狙い聞かせてください。
A gente vem treinando bastante isso e acho que a assistência é fruto do nosso trabalho.
ずっと練習していたところなので、あれは自分のアシストというよりもチームの練習で勝ち取ったアシストだと思っています。
今日はスターティングメンバーを大きく変えた中で、ジョアン・パウロ選手がただ一人リーグ戦から連発でした。 気持ちかなり感じたんですがいかがでしょう。
Eu acho que a confiança do treinador foi importante, está me dando chances e oportunidade e eu estou muito feliz.
監督から、信頼のもと起用してもらえたので、その期待に応えられてよかったなと思います。
2点リードを持ってアウェーに乗り込みます。次の試合に向けて最後一言お願いします。
Sim, vamos lutar bastante lá. Espero com o apoio de todos que vão acompanhar a gente em Kobe.
アウェーの地でも自分たちはしっかり戦うので、できるだけ多くのサポーターの皆さんも来てもらって一緒に準決勝行きましょう。
おめでとうございました。
皆さん、今のこの勝った気持ち、そしてゴールを決めた気持ち、みんなにちょっとぶつけてもらっていいですか。
最高です
力のある神戸相手に真っ向勝負とお話しされていました。見事な勝利でした。振り返っていただけますか。
そうですね、本当に選手がねがっぷり四つに組んだ中で力を発揮してくれたなと思ってます。はい、
前半立ち上がりからチャンスを作って後半立て続けに点を取りました。この流れというのはもう狙い通りに進められた、そんな手応えなんでしょうか。
そうですね、ゲームの入りは常々言ってるんですけども、最近ね本当リーグ戦もそうだしゲームの入りがすごい良かったんで今日多少メンバーが変わってるんでどうかなと思ったんですけど、本当にね今日のメンバーもゲームの入りをすごい理解してくれて、で圧力かけれたんでね本当ね良かったと思います。はい、
後半入る前にハーフタイムにはどういった指示与えられたんですか。
細かなところは戦時的な話になってしまうんですけど、同じように内容はいいよ、でもそのままで終わるのか、やっぱりこういう試合しっかり勝ち点3取らなきゃいけないよってことと同じように、前半良かったからこそ後半のゲームの入りもしっかり入るようにって伝えました。はい、
その後半ですが相手が4人一気に変えてちょっと流れも傾きかけました。そのあたり守備ではどういった指示を与えられていたんでしょう。
時点で2点リードしたんで、もうしっかり 5-4-1 で組んで、本当にこう守りながら、チャンスがあったらカウンター狙うっていうように途中からはね変えましたけど、はい、パーありましたね。でもパーありました。はい、
今日のメンバーには自分の良さをしっかり出してほしいとお話もなさってましたが、その点で振り返ってみての手応えというのはいかがですか。
そうですね、本当にね、チームのその決まり事、大枠の中で自分の良さをね本当それぞれ出してくれたと思いますね。はい、
2点リードでアウェーに乗り込みます。この2点のアドバンテージ、次にどうつなげていきたいと考えていらっしゃいますか。
2試合でね進出上のねところに進出が決まるんで、まだね何も決まったわけではないんで、もう一回ねしっかりと気を引き締めさせて、で休んでしっかり休養を取らして、でまたね2戦目に向けてねしっかりトレーニングで準備したいなと思ってます。はい、ありがとうございます。